championship, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Utes have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sampson. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Tulane. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Finds his man. It's Hill. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Snap from the gun on third down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Bunch formation for these receivers. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed behind the line. It's Andrews. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
It's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Utes with the 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw it. Throws for the tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
You're probably not going to always live in man-to-man and put your safety, especially your free safety, on a wide receiver, on a guy with great speed, but really nice coverage, nice defense, nice job staying between the receiver and the quarterback and swatting that ball to the ground.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Andrews. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quick catch on 3rd down. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
And the Utes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. Motion from the wide receiver. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Utes! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Can't get him to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a minute and think about Tulane. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Sampson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. Headed to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Utes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Give him 6. Touchdown, Utah!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's got it alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Green. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going right to work up top. Pulls it in. It's Green. Smashes through the tackle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. There's the pressure. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's caught inside the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. About to start here in the 2nd half. Tulane will kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. brings it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. The sure hands, it's Green. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The RPO, it's complete. Turning it on. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Takes it on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. On the run, it's Hill. Powers through the defender.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Green Wave. And that one will give him the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And it's been a little bit of a frustrating day for this offense. They want to get the run game going, and they want to get it to their stud at running back, but he just hasn't found a lot of area. And here's the thing. If you don't have successful runs, now it's second and long, and this offense, they haven't been in a great spot because physically they haven't been able to run the football today.
Back to pass. Quickly complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. They'll send the back in motion. Making side adjustments here. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A third down try for the offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Gets it out fast. There he goes. The 30. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Utes. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. That's caught. It's Hayes. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Going for the big play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him. The defense finally came up with a play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Sampson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Lewis. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Sampson. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He caught it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the 1st, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Looking to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot for Watkins.
Going for the goal line. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Tulane! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Late in the game, as a coach, you're trying to find something that will work. And how about the big fella, the tight end, comes up huge. You needed a play, you found him, and he delivered.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fakes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, but we've got less than a minute to go here. We've got to be more aggressive. We've got to take some shots and put some pressure on the defense.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now is not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Motion from the wideout. To the air on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in a game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. The Utes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He might want another play. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. It's good. Easy call for the refs. We are all tied up here in the 4th. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. Finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They just keep firing. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the move, it's Green.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. If you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. The Utes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! And they score 1st here in overtime. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving it up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The toss sweep to the right. Sweep cut there. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
The back on the option to give. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And that's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Third and goal, desperately trying to get it in and keep hope alive. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. And the pressure was too much. They get it up to 15.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Fourth and goal for the game. The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime. Defense gets a stop. It's over. Fourth and goal. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Green Wave. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by one, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
One extra period didn't get it start the second OT. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Here's a heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle with Sampson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. Going to the run, it's Hayes. Runs for the tackle. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football, I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I gotta take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Starts to scramble to the left. Got rid of it just in time.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket. They did a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
They love to strike first for the touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Fires into the end zone. He just about had the pick, and what a play that would have been in overtime, but it brings up fourth down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
What a disappointment. No good. Now the pressure switches to their defense. They've got to get a stop. Nothing to work with as they try to force another round of OT. First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
With the run on first and goal.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
They'll set up for this chip shot that would win the game. And that'll do it. Ball game called in double OT.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great. The home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.